Good morning, dear students. I hope you are fine. So, our next topic is pronouns, and let us start pronouns today. So, first of all, definition of pronouns. What are pronouns? A pronoun is a word that takes the place of a noun. Means the words which are used at the place of noun, those words are called pronouns. Because in sentences we use noun once, and when we are talking about the same noun, in the second sentence we replace that noun with the pronoun, so that repetition of noun does not occur. So for examples are given here of pronouns like I, me, like I, me, then he, she, himself, you, it, that, or they, each, whose, who, someone. All these are the examples of pronouns. So all these words are pronouns which replaces the noun. Next is, there are 8 types of pronouns, and we will discuss these pronouns one by one. So first one is your personal pronouns, then possessive, reflexive, emphatic, then demonstrative pronouns are there, indefinite, interrogative, and relative pronouns. So these are the, you can say, 8 types of pronouns, and we will discuss these pronouns one by one now. So first one is personal pronouns. So what is personal pronoun? Personal pronouns represent specific people, animal, or object. For example, I, me, you, he, she, it, we, us. All these are personal pronouns, means the words which represent specific people, animal, or any object. So let us see how we can use these. First one is I live in a city. So a person is telling about himself that that person lives in a city. So I live in a city. Then he received a trophy. So the words I and he, which are red in color, these are the pronouns here. Next is, so now personal pronouns are called so because they stand for 3 grammatical persons. I that is your first person, second person, and third person, that we will do later on. So why these are called personal pronouns? Because they stand for 3 types of persons, first person, second person, and third person. And personal pronouns can act as subject or object, means they can act as a subject also, or they can act as an object also. How? So see, examples are given, like if the words I, you, she, he, or it, we, they, these are used before the verb, then these are considered as subject. Means in a sentence, if these kind of words are present before the verb, then these are subject, these are present as subject. On the other hand, if the words like me, you, her, him, these are also personal pronouns, and if they are present after verb, then these are present as objects. Understand? So this is about personal pronouns. These are the pronouns like I, you, she, he, it, you, her, him. These are all personal pronouns, but these can act as subject when they are present before verbs, and they can act as an object when they are present after a verb. Next is, so now we will talk about 3 persons, first person, second person, and third person. So what are these persons, and in singular form what we will use to, which pronoun we will use to denote them, and in plural form which we use. So first of all, what is first person? First person means the person who is speaking. For example, me, I am speaking now, so I am a first person. And second person, to you can say the person who is spoken to, about which I am speaking. So then that person is called, you can say, second person. And the person who is spoken about means first person is me. If I am talking to you, you are second person. And if we are talking about someone else, for example, I am talking to a person of your class, and we are talking about another student of your class. So I am the first person there. The student with whom I am talking, that is a second person, and about which student we are talking, that is your third person. So like this, first person, second person, third person pronouns are there. So first person pronouns, singular form, in subject form it is I, because first person means the person who is speaking. So for example, if I am speaking, I will say For example, I will denote I to denote me. So I is a subject, and when this first person used as an object, then we use me, and in plural I will change to we and me will change to us. So in plural form these are like this. And in case of second person, we have only one word, that is you, either for singular, plural, subject, object. For all these types in second person pronouns, you word is used. Then if we talk about third person now, third person could be a boy or a girl, or it may be a non-living thing. So that thing or person can be denoted as she, he, it in singular form, and they can be that can be referred to they in plural form. Means we are talking about some people, so we simply say they. Then in case of object, for singular it will be her, him, her for she, him for he, and it will remain as it. And in case of object, we will use a word them. Understand? They will change to them. So like this we have three persons: first person, second person, third person, and then in singular and plural form. So you have to remember all these things. Next is your second type of pronouns, that is possessive pronouns. So what is possessive pronoun? Possessive pronouns are used in place of nouns to show possession. Possession means to say, to show belongingness, to whom that thing belongs. So these are the words like his, her, ours, mine. When we are talking about something that whose this thing is, so that kind of pronouns like his, her, ours, mine, these kind of pronouns are called possessive pronoun. These pronouns show belongingness of a thing or possession of a thing. For example, this yellow bag is mine. So I am saying that this yellow bag is mine. And second is those cards are there, means we are talking about some cards and those cards are not mine, those are of theirs. So in this way we are showing the possession, the belongingness of a thing. Then moving to the next one now. Next is your reflexive pronoun. So what is this reflexive pronoun? So reflexive pronouns show that the receiver of the action is same as that of subject. For example, these are the words like himself, herself, themselves. So we will use himself for he, herself for she, themselves for they. So what are these reflexive pronouns? These words shows that receiver of the action is same as that of subject. So if the subject is I, here the subject is I do my work myself. So the reflexive pronoun is also myself, which is you can say receiver of the action. So I is the receiver of the action, I is the subject. So the reflexive pronoun is according to I. Next is she looked at herself in the mirror. So subject here is she looked at herself. So again we are using the reflexive pronoun according to the subject of this sentence, which is she. She looked at herself in the mirror. उसने खुद को अपने आप को मिरर में देखा. So this is about ये reflexive pronoun. Next is emphatic pronouns. So what is this emphatic pronoun now? Emphatic pronouns are used with nouns or pronouns for emphasis. So here again the words are same, like himself, herself, themselves. These are the words that we have used on the previous slide also in case of reflexive pronoun. But here these words are like himself, herself, themselves. Means what is the difference? Difference is in the use. For example, at that time we were using them like looking at the subject of the sentence, and then here what is the difference? Emphatic pronouns are used with nouns or pronouns for emphasis. Means when we are going to give stress upon something in a sentence, then we will use these you can say words like himself, herself, themselves. For example, Tina herself went to a doctor. Means Tina जो थी वो खुद ब खुद डॉक्टर के पास चली गई. And he himself cleaned his room or this room. So उसने खुद अपना रूम और ये रूम जो था वो साफ़ किया. So in this way the emphasis is given on the words like some words like noun, pronouns, like here we are using noun Tina. We are giving emphasis on this word Tina. So Tina herself went to the doctor, and in the second one we are using a pronoun he. So we are giving emphasis on he. He himself cleaned this room. So in this way emphatic pronouns are like this. Then comes your demonstrative pronouns. So demonstrative pronouns means the pronouns that are used to point out objects, like to tell the place of a particular object. For example, this, that, these, those. These are the four words that are used as demonstrative pronouns, and this, that is for singular, and these, those are for plural. So this is used for something that is nearby us, and that is used for far by us, far from us. In the similar way, these for nearby things and those for far away things. So words this and that are singular, and these and those are plural. So let us see how we can use these words. This tastes amazing means someone is talking about a dish, that this dish tastes amazing. Second is these are old. So these things are old, or these you can say these books are old, whatever the things. So these are old. So we are talking about plural things also, singular things. So basically these words are used to demonstrate a thing or to point out a thing or object. Then comes next category, which is indefinite pronouns. Indefinite pronouns refers to person or things in a general way. Means we are not telling about the exact quantity of something, exact number of something like 1 or 2 or 100 or anything. We are just giving a general idea of something. At that time we will use indefinite pronouns. So these are like some, few, many. So all these kind of words are indefinite pronouns. For example, some of us reached on time. So we don't know how many of us, 2, 3 or 100. So some could be anything. So some of us reached on time. हम में से कुछ लोग जो थे वो टाइम पे चले गए. All are present today. So for example, we are talking about your class. All students are present today. So we don't know how many students are there in class. We are generally saying that whatever the number of students are present, whatever the strength of the class, the total students or all students are present. So the words like some, all, they give you can say a general reference about the things. Then next is interrogative pronouns. So interrogative, as you know, these are the you can say question words. So interrogatives are used to ask questions. For example, who, what, which, etc. These are the question words, as you know, interrogative words. So these words are used to ask questions. So these are known as interrogative pronouns. First one is example like, which is your favorite film? So we are asking from someone that which is your favorite film. We are asking about film, and we are asking a question about film. So this word which here is a interrogative pronoun. Again, next is who broke the vase. Vase means to say any flower pot, etc. So who broke the vase? We are asking which person or who has broken this vase, and that is why again who is a interrogative pronoun here. Then comes your relative pronoun. So now again, if you see the example of relative pronoun, words whose, which, who, whom, that, these are given. But what is the difference between interrogative pronoun and relative pronoun? So let us read the definition. Relative pronouns are used to join two sentences and refer to the noun coming before them. So basically when we are joining two sentences, then we use these kind of words. We are not asking questions. There is nothing like interrogative or asking questions here. We are using the words like whose, which, whom, who, etc. But we are you can say we are using these words to join two sentences, and what is the main function? It refers to the noun coming before them. Means whenever we use this word refers to the noun that is coming that comes exactly before that word. For example, first one is, this is the boy who stood first in the class. Means we are talking about a boy, we are talking about a particular boy, and we are saying this is the boy who stood first in the class. Means this word who here is, you can say, referring to this boy. So this is the boy who stood first in the class. Next is, this is the car that Harry bought. means we are telling about a car which was bought by Harry, so we are showing that this word that means this word is referring to a car. This is the car that Harry bought. So these are your relative pronouns. Then this is all about 8 type of pronouns. Then we will practice these pronouns. We will try to solve some exercises based on these pronouns, and let us start. So let's practice. First one is underline the emphatic pronouns and circle the reflexive pronouns. So as we know that the words like himself, herself, ourself, myself, itself, all these words are, you can say, used to denote emphatic and reflexive pronouns. The thing was that in emphatic pronouns, these words are used to emphasis on any noun or to put emphasis on any noun or pronoun. So let us discover these one. First is Nakul is deceiving himself. Deceiving means to say protecting himself. So Nakul is deceiving himself. So underline emphatic pronouns or reflexive pronouns. So here it is used as a reflexive pronoun. So we will underline or circle the reflexive. So it is a reflexive pronoun here. There is nothing like emphasis. So like this we will circle this one. Next is Rita herself heard you say that. So basically students, whenever there is the difference between choosing emphatic and reflexive pronoun is that emphatic will come you can say first, means in a sentence it will come in the starting of the sentence, like after noun or pronoun. So the thing or the trick that you can remember to choose whether it is a emphatic pronoun or reflexive pronoun is that if the words like himself, herself, ourself, these words are coming in the beginning of the sentence, like after 1 or 2 words, then it is a emphatic pronoun, otherwise it is a reflexive pronoun. So in first, as you can see, himself was at the end of the sentence, so that is why it is a reflexive pronoun. In second one, Rita herself heard you say that. Rita herself heard you say that, कि रीटा ने खुद तुम्हें ये कहते हुए सुना है. So that is why we are putting emphasis on Rita here. So that is why herself is a emphatic pronoun. Sorry, we will underline this one. So we will underline this one because we have to underline the emphatic pronouns. Next is we ourselves were not interested. Again we are emphasis on the word we. So that is why again ourselves means again it is a emphatic pronoun. Then I told myself to be patient. Again I told myself कि मैंने अपने आप को समझाया कि be patient, रेक्ट मत करो. So like this, I told myself to be patient. Again it is here emphatic pronoun. Then the tree itself looks pale. Here it is, you can say, a reflexive pronoun. Itself is a reflexive pronoun here because nothing like emphasis is there in the sentence. Then Ritu loves herself too much. So again it is a reflexive pronoun. Ritu loves herself too much. So again this is a reflexive pronoun. We are not giving emphasis on any of the word. So then moving to the next one now. Next there is an exercise like underline the interrogative pronouns and circle the interrogative adjectives. So students, one thing is new here for you people, that is interrogative adjectives. So we have done your interrogative pronouns earlier. What are those things? Interrogative pronouns ask a question, as we have done. So similarly an interrogative adjective also asks a question. But the difference here is that it describes about a noun or a pronoun. It describes about something. So but in case of interrogative you can say pronoun, that ask only a question but stand alone, means it will not having any noun along with it or any pronoun along with it. So if the words like what, which, these words are alone, then it is a interrogative pronoun. If these are coming with the words like color or anything like that, so like those, if that words are immediately there with the words like which, what, these kind of words, then these are your interrogative adjectives. So an interrogative adjective asks question and it describes about a noun. On the other hand, an interrogative pronoun asks the question but stands alone, means it doesn't talk about any noun pronoun. So let us try. First one is, what is the color of my pen? So here, what is the color of my pen? So as you know, if someone likes what is adjective? Adjective is the, you can say, words that describe the quality or something like something about noun. So color means adjective, so what is also here, and word color is also here, so that is why this is here. Here what is here? Interrogative adjective. And what we have to do, we have to circle the interrogative adjective. So we will circle the word what here is the interrogative adjective. Then in the second one, again, whose notebook is lying on the table. So word whose is accompanied by a word notebook. Again, whose word is you can say asking a question also, and it is you can say describing about a notebook. So that is why again whose word is also a interrogative adjective. So we will circle this one also. Next is who has not brought the notebook to the or book to class. So again if we see who has, there is nothing like that, like who has brought maths book or something like that, nothing was given like that. So who is alone, it is alone here, so that is why it is a interrogative pronoun, and we will underline this. So underline the word who, it is a interrogative pronoun here. Next is circle the interrogative adjectives, means again which chapter were we on. So again which chapter, so chapter we are talking about chapter which is describing about chapter, so again it is an interrogative adjective, so we will circle the word which. Then what steps can we take to solve this problem? Again what is accompanied by a word step, means it is describing about steps, so what is again a interrogative adjective. Then next one is, last one is whom you have chosen as your captain. So here whom is not describing about anything, whom is standing alone, so again whom is your interrogative pronoun. So I hope you have understood it well. Next is, let us move to the next one now. Next is identify the incorrect relative pronouns. So in these sentences actually I have given you answers also along with this, but answers are given in the brackets. But before looking at the answer, you try to, you can say, choose the incorrect relative pronouns and then try to replace those incorrect with the correct ones. So I have given answers already in the brackets at the end of the sentence. So first one is, the city in who you were born is your birthplace. So who here is the incorrect relative pronoun. The correct one is which. The city in which you were born is your birthplace. So word who is incorrect here. And the next one, the student which answers this question will be rewarded. So here which is a wrong word, which will you can say which will be replaced by the word who. So who is the right answer here? The student who answers this question will be rewarded. Next is, this is the bungalow where I was talking about. So this is the bungalow, where is the incorrect relative pronoun, cross the word where, and the correct one is that. So this is the bungalow that I was talking about. Next is, I lost the key whom you gave me yesterday. So again whom we use for persons, and this is a non-living thing, so whom is incorrect here, cross whom, and which is the right answer. I lost the key which you gave me yesterday. Next is, Miss Fatima, what is my class teacher? What is my class teacher lives near my house. So again what is wrong here, and we will replace the word what with who. So Miss Fatima, who is my class teacher, lives near my house. So this is the correct one. So the correct answers are given in the brackets, and I have already crossed the wrong words. So next one is, let us move to the next one. Next is circle the possessive pronouns. So as you know, possessive pronouns are the pronouns which tell about the belongingness of the thing. So like first one is, I have put my dress in the cupboard, where is yours? So the words like my, yours, these are the words which are possessive pronouns. So my is a possessive pronoun here. Then they left their locality and settled in ours. So again they left their locality and settled in ours. Ours means to say ours. So again ours is a possessive pronoun. Then the pigeon make its nest in our balconies, while the other birds make theirs on trees. So students, the words like here, yours is also a possessive pronoun, theirs is also a possessive pronoun, and in this its is a possessive pronoun. Then search for others like theirs is there and our. These all are your possessive pronouns. Then moving to the next one. Fourth one is, we packed our luggage with warm blankets and asked Sonam to pack hers with her woolen clothes. Ours is wrong here. So yes, our and her are the possessive pronouns here. Then Sia made her model out of clay. Made her model out of clay, while Sahil made his out of waste material. So the words like her, his, ours, its, theirs, yours, all these words are possessive pronouns. So we have circled all these words. Next is last exercise. So what we have to do in this exercise, mention the pronouns that can replace the words in color. So we have to mention those words. Actually some words are given in red color here, so we have to replace those words with the pronouns. So first sentence is, the table looks dirty, can you please wipe the table with the cloth? So we are saying, we are talking about the table looks dirty, can you please wipe the table with a cloth? So instead of using the table word again, we can simply replace this word with it. So the answer will be it. So the table looks dirty, can you please wipe it with a cloth? Next is, second is, the chef make delicious food, I love the food made by the chef. So again, instead of repeating the word chef, we can simply use the chef make delicious food, I love the food made by him. So we will use the word him here. Next, moving to the next page. So Hina and I have been learning dance for 4 years. Our families have always supported Hina and me. So again we are talking about Hina and I, or Hina and me. So again using this word again and again, as you can say, does not look good. So again we can use a word us here, because we are talking about two person, I and Hina, so we will use us. So we will replace this word with the us. Next is, my uncle lives in Sydney, I am going to visit my uncle this summer. So again uncle is a male, so we will use I am going to visit him this summer. I am going to visit him this summer. So him is the right word which we will use to replace my uncle. And next is last one, the mice have created havoc in the house, I am getting a mouse trap to rid myself of the mice. So instead of repeating the mice again, we will simply say them, because mice is the plural of mouse, so means number of mouse are there, so we will use a word them to denote mouse. So mice, sorry. So the mice have created havoc in the house, I am getting a mouse trap to rid myself of them. So this is all about your pronouns, and I hope you have understood it very well. Thanks for listening patiently and have a nice day.